Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today for another pick a card reading. For anyone that's new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Melissa and today's reading is going to be all about what professional feedback you need to be aware of for your career. So kind of the whole inspiration behind this reading today, you guys, is to provide feedback for you on your career situation as if you are receiving it from a loving supervisor or mentor that wants you to succeed and achieve your career goals. So this is going to be a really long, in-depth reading, so definitely grab a snack so that you can sit through the whole thing. And what I'm going to be pulling are your overall goals and energies that you're working on in your career as the energy stands right now as you're viewing this video. Then we're also going to get you some actual feedback. So what are you doing really well as it pertains to your career goals? And what do you need to improve on as it pertains to your career goals? So you will be getting some pluses and some deltas. So come prepared, to hear both sides of the coin. These readings are general in nature, so please keep that in mind, you guys, that some messages will resonate while others won't. So take what resonates with you, leave behind anything that doesn't. All the details on how you can book a more personal reading are linked in the description box down below if you choose to do that. This reading is also timeless, so if you're feeling drawn to this video, regardless of when you're drawn to view it, there's likely a message here for you. So don't worry about if the video is a year old by the time you find it. If you're drawn to it, you need to watch. There's something here for you, okay? So let's go ahead and get into our deck selection. So for today's video, we're going to be working with 3 different tarot decks. Starting here on the left, we have group number 1. This is the Chakra Wisdom Tarot with some amethyst. Deck number 2 is going to be the Osho Zen Tarot with some aqua obsidian. And deck number 3 is called the Black Tarot with some smoky quartz. So take a deep breath. Think about your career, your goals, what's going on for you right now. Ask what feedback you need to be aware of. Go ahead and select the deck that you're feeling the most intuitively guided to. Try to choose with your intuition versus your eyes. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and scroll down to the description box below and click on the timestamp that corresponds to your deck. See you at your reading. Hello there, deck number 1. If you all selected the Amethyst Crystal and the Chakra Wisdom Tarot, this is going to be your reading about your professional feedback. I'm going to be working with this deck on camera in a bit, but first we're going to start off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards that I did go ahead and shuffle off camera. And first what we're going to be looking at are the overall energies influencing your career right now and or your career goals. Just kind of like whatever spirit wanted to come through for me. I left it really general. So let's see what we have for group 1. So we've got Hold Your Vision, the Fixed Moon. We have Ears Wide Open. And then we have The Journey. Okay. Okay, so for career right now, for you guys, group number 1, what I'm picking up on here from these initial energies is that with the fixed moon, there is something that you are trying to attain. There is a path that you're set off on or some sort of ultimate achievement that you have your eye on right now. And this is a time period where you are really needing to or working on staying very on path, working on staying on track, if you will. There could be some distractions or things getting in the way for some of you that might be tempting you to derail from your path. Or maybe some of you guys are just really prone to like exploration or new things and things like that. But this is a time frame where you guys are really needing to, you're feeling you really need to just push forward onto this journey that you've set off on. Because I do feel that for a majority of you, there is a goal that you're looking to achieve or some sort of ultimate desire for career that you're working toward. With the fixed moon here, I'm also noticing here the phase of the moon coming through here. It's almost like I guess it's a fixed moon, right? But it's like we're halfway through the moon cycle is basically what I'm getting at here. And so with us being halfway through the moon cycle, I'm seeing this as you're halfway toward your goal. You're halfway there. It's halfway done. And so this just could be a time period where you all are needing to continue to put in that work, put in that effort, put in that time so that you're able to get to wherever it is that you're wanting to go. With the ears wide open, this is really interesting. So I feel like part of this is about you all. I'm really being drawn to the fact that this is a little fox, and foxes are known for being very stealthy, very sly. They come out at night. They move in silence, right? So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you are moving forward onto this path in silence. You're not really telling people what you're doing and why. You're making your own choices and decisions based off what's best for you. And I do feel that this is about you not allowing other people and their opinions to influence the moves that you're making. For others of you, though, the ears wide open message really does talk about it's about releasing this need to be heard by others. I think going back to what I was saying about like other people and their opinions, I do wonder if something you guys could be struggling with at this time is allowing the opinions of others that you care about to influence your path or to make you doubt the choices and decisions that you have made. And so that's why we're in this phase right now of needing to hold tight to our vision and hold tight to what we're setting out to do in the first place. So you guys are really being guided right now to let all of that go and make sure that you're only doing what feels right for you. Eliminate any of those distractions. For others of you, the message here is around being on the lookout for the information that you need to move yourselves forward onto your path. So for those of you that really identified with that energy of moving in silence and doing what feels right to you without distractions, if you feel that you're doing that really successfully right now, the ears wide open is about purposeful listening. It's about being open and intentional about the information that you're intaking. So again, going back to this fox energy, it's like, are you listening to people and podcasts and tools and resources that are going to help guide you onto your goal? What are the things that you are intentionally listening to, and how are you taking that information and putting it forward toward your path? So those are sort of the overall energies, you guys. Now I want to get into some of the feedback. Okay, so we're going to move these guys off to the side and get into like phase 2 of your reading here. So now I want to take a look at the things that you guys are doing really well in your career as it pertains to the energy that we just talked about. So we're going to start off here with some archetype cards. So you all have the energy of the mother, which is beautiful energy. And we have the heart chakra, compassion. Okay, let's go ahead and pull another card for you all from your tarot deck. So what is pile 1 doing well as it pertains to their career and their goals right now? Let's go ahead and get some clarity here. Okay. Ace of Wands. Love it. And let's look at what you need to improve on. So we've got Mystic. We've got the root chakra, strength. And let's go ahead and get one more here for pile 1 and what they can be doing better. Two of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so let's start off with the pluses. That's what I call them when I'm giving professional feedback. Pluses and deltas. So what are we doing well and what can we be improving on as it pertains to this energy that we just discovered and explored. So one thing that I'm seeing is that you guys are really moving from a place of what resonates with your heart. So I feel like this path that you're on, this vision that you have, is all based around doing what you love. It's all based around doing what makes you feel good, what makes you feel connected to your heart space. With the mother energy coming through, this is telling me that you all are in this place of treating yourself and others with nurturance, patience, unconditional love, and compassion. So if there's any conflicts that are coming up, if you are having people in your space that are sort of like in your ear, right? Like how we talked about with the ears wide open card, I do feel that you all are doing a really excellent job of navigating them with kindness and compassion. I also feel for some of you, you have given birth to something new recently. This could physically mean you've become a mother for some, but we are talking about career. So I do feel that maybe some of you might work with children, or if that doesn't resonate, you've given birth to a new creation lately, which this baby is symbolizing, and you are lovingly taking care of this. And with this Ace of Wands, I do feel like this was a creative inspiration that you all had, or a creative impulse that you all had, that you've been really growing and building and following on. And you're doing a really great job of continuing to follow those creative impulses toward this goal, toward this achievement, toward this creation that you have a lot of love and care for. And I'm feeling really warm in my heart space right now as I'm talking about this. So I'm definitely feeling like you all are loving something about what it is that you're doing with your career right now. Like it's really, really resonating with me, and it feels really, really warm and good. So when it comes to the things that we need to improve on for you, group one, we have the Mystic, Strength, which is the root chakra, and then we also have the Two of Pentacles, or the Two of Coins. So you guys do have some sacral and root chakra energy coming through here on this side, with the Two of Coins being orange, and then the root chakra is red. This is also resembling the root chakra as well. So what I'm feeling right now is when it comes to your creative impulses and your creativity, what might be blocking you, or what you need to improve on, is making sure that you're staying in balance and making sure that you're staying in flow, right? I think too, there could need to be a balance between flow and productivity, if that makes sense. And the reason that I'm feeling like this is because when I think of the root chakra, I think of the foundation of something. I think of like the physical steps that we're taking. And when I think of flow, I think of go with the flow, right? So you have like a more rigid energy and then a more flowing energy. And so I feel for some of you, there needs to be a little bit of a balance between those two energies so that you're ensuring that you're not expending all of your creative resources because you're either pushing too much or you're not doing enough. Like there needs to be a little bit more flow and balance here with your creation process. I also feel with the way that this figure is, she's like looking outward onto the horizon. And we also have the message here of the root chakra. So you all are really being guided right now to work on the foundation of what this is. So you are halfway through, right? You've made a lot of progress onto this path, but there is still an opportunity for you all to strengthen the foundation of whatever this career endeavor is, or whatever this creative endeavor is that you all are working on. So I think going back to this energy of the ears wide open, what are some tools and resources that you all could be tapping into that would be able to help you build this foundation? What are you listening to? What are you feeding your soul, your spirit with that will be able to help you build up the foundation of and better strengthen this loving, creative work that you're doing? This is interesting as well. So we also got the Mystic as something that you all are being guided to work on. This shadow attribute of the Mystic is delusional rapport with the divine. And this makes me think of your third eye or your crown chakra. And so I feel like maybe a lot of you that are selecting pile one might be involved in like spiritual work. Maybe you're healers of some sort. Maybe you all are readers, psychics, things like that. And I'm wondering if this flow also could be having to do with your flow with spirit. This could be a message for you all to make sure that you're taking the time between the work and the effort that you're putting in, and your spiritual health as well. Focusing on, like, again, that balance energy. So not always pushing to the point where we lose our connection to source and like our why that we're doing things. And I also think this could be talking about the why. You know, you guys are holding a vision towards something right now. And I feel maybe for some of you, there's a need to get to the deeper or higher purpose cause of like why you're doing what you're doing. And this could be what's disrupting your flow right now is not having that bigger picture of what's the spiritual purpose behind the work I'm doing? What's the real bigger meaning behind this work? So even though there's a lot of love and compassion and creative energy being put into this, you all might want to fine tune what the bigger picture plan is supposed to look like, which makes sense with the root chakra as well. So I'm going to pull, let's get some, like an outlook for you all, just to kind of see where you're headed in career over the course of the next couple of months as you're navigating through these energies. And I think especially if you're able to follow the guidance that's provided here in the reading, I want to see what kind of outcome you all can be moving in toward so that you're aware of what's coming your way. So for pile one, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Love this. Bottom of the deck, the Ten of Swords. You see, this is the burnout card, you guys. So I think kind of going back to those energies of balance, balance is going to be something that's super important for you so that you do not end up feeling super burnt out. I'm definitely seeing, though, that you guys are headed toward a time frame where things are going to feel really calm, really settled. I think you all are going to be feeling really in your power, really well taken care of financially with the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles coming through here. And this to me is also symbolizing the continuation of nurturing this new baby, proverbial baby that's here. With the Swords energy, I do feel you all are coming up on a time where you are going to need to be really keen, really swift with decisions you're making, really agile and clear about the moves and the directions that you're going in and that you're making. Intuitively, when I'm looking at these dogs here, I feel like there's something about loyalty with the people around you that may come up as it pertains to career. So again, remember this can be going back to this ears wide open energy as well. I feel like there's going to be a need for you all to be discerning and ensure that you have the right people around you that are loyal to your purpose and loyal to what work you're doing. And with this Knight of Swords, I do feel that you're coming up on a time as well where there's going to feel like there's a lot of quick, swift movement and action and energy that you're putting forth toward this work. So lots of crown chakra, some throat chakra here as well coming through. This is the chakra deck. So these are all the higher chakras that are coming through. So overall, it's looking really positive, group number one. I would love to hear just kind of how this feedback resonated with you and what you all are working on right now in your career. So drop me a comment below and let me know. Thank you all for taking the time to view today's reading, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, my pile number two viewers. If you chose the Osho Zen Tarot with this beautiful aqua obsidian heart, this is going to be your reading all about what professional feedback you all need to know right now. So we are going to be shuffling this tarot deck on camera in just a bit to get your feedback. I am going to be starting off with your oracle cards first, and this is going to give me sort of the overall vibe, the goals that you're going for right now, or just what energies are influencing your career the most. I left this pretty broad just so we could see what Spirit needed to say. So for pile two, we've got full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches resolution. We have exposed and revealed. And then we have the Magician and the Mirror. Okay, pile number two. This is a very emotional energy that I'm picking up on right now with some of these cards. So you guys, I feel like the overall energy of your career right now, it's feeling very, very emotional with that full moon in Cancer. And Cancer is probably like one of the most emotional signs in the zodiac, if not the most emotional sign. If anyone of you out there are a Cancer or you know a Cancer, then you sort of know what I'm talking about. And so I feel like there's something that's coming to a peak right now for you in your career that is feeling really maybe a little tough, maybe a little heightened, and definitely feeling very personal for you. You could be taking something personal as it pertains to career, or perhaps career might be really deeply impacting your personal life at this time. And with the exposed and revealed, I feel like this is just further confirming, like, you guys feel very ripped open emotionally right now, or just feel very emotionally distraught or out of whack as it pertains to your career situation right now. Because exposed and revealed, this talks about shame. It talks about imposter syndrome. It talks about self-worth. And I also feel for some of you, this could be about rejection too. Because Cancer, with things feeling so emotional and exposed and revealed, I'm wondering if you all have just gone through a situation where you didn't really get a wish fulfilled, you didn't get a personal wish with career fulfilled. I do feel for some of you, if you're working for a company right now, that this company might feel like family, or this could be a company or a workplace that you feel very emotionally tied to. So when things don't work out, when we're not getting what you're wanting, it can definitely leave you feeling hurt and rejected. And it's hard to maybe not take those things personal. But it's really interesting that this card talks about imposter syndrome, because you also have the Magician and the Mirror here in reverse, which also talks about imposter syndrome in a way, because this is telling me that you're blocking your own magic with this energy of emotion here. You're blocking your own ability to be able to create the world that you want to create. The Magician in the Mirror is about how our external circumstances are a direct reflection of what we feel inside about ourselves. So with you guys having this card coming up here in reverse, this is making me feel like whatever is happening in your career, you have this inner feeling right now of self-esteem, of like maybe not deserving what you wanted, maybe feeling like things aren't fair right now, or feeling like you don't have the power or the strength to be able to create or manifest whatever sort of energy you're wanting as it pertains to career. And so this is almost about like having given our power away, or just needing a boost to help boost our confidence so that we can be this magician upright and be able to take our career into our own hands and take control of the situation for ourselves. So we're going to set these guys off to the side, and we're going to go ahead and transition into the second part of your reading, which is going to be the feedback. So this is going to be more like the actions of what you guys are doing well and the things that you need to work on. So here is the pros. We have the Advocate. We have Intuition. Okay. And what you need to improve on, we have the Priest. And we have the solar plexus. All right, so I do want to go ahead and get some additional insight here with your tarot. So first, let's tap into some clarification on what you guys are doing well. The positive, the plus. Let's clarify this message of the Advocate and Intuition. So what are my pile twos doing really well with career as it pertains to their situation right now? We have the Ace of Swords. Lots of third eye energy coming through for you. Okay, and then okay, hold on a second. Let's go ahead and clarify the message of your delta, or what you all are needing to work on as it pertains to your career. What is this Priest and this solar plexus energy talking about for pile two? The Nine of Swords, yeah, okay. So pile one, as it pertains to your situation with your career right now, what you're doing well, I definitely feel that you all are trying to maintain a place of optimism as it pertains to your career. I feel like you all are doing a really excellent job of staying tapped into your spirituality or staying tapped into your intuition and allowing your intuition to let you flow in what direction that you may need to be going in right now. Intuition is the little tug that pulls you toward your light. And so I do feel with this consciousness card, you all have come to this realization about career, about your situation, no matter how emotional or how upset you may feel about it. The consciousness card, the Ace of Swords, this talks about having seen it from a new light or having seen things from a different or higher perspective than we've ever looked at it from before. A fresh perspective, a fresh idea, okay? And this is also about the beginnings of mental clarity coming back to us. So as you guys have been dealing with what feels like a pretty emotional situation for your career, I do see that there is this new beginning here of seeing things from a less emotional perspective, where we're kind of transitioning out of that and now transitioning into a new beginning of mental clarity and logic around the situation. And you all, I think, are doing a nice job of allowing your intuition, your inner knowing, to guide you toward the direction that you're wanting to go or toward the direction that you feel you need to go. With the Advocate coming through as well, this talks about inspiring you to put compassion into action. So it's interesting that this talks about compassion because you also have this full moon in Cancer, which is a very emotional card. And when I think of compassion, I think of emotion. So I feel like with the Advocate, you all are doing a good job of attempting to advocate for yourself or advocate for others in your space through the lens of emotion, through the lens of compassion, but again, balancing it out by having a little bit more of that fresh perspective coming through here. Advocate talks about advocating for yourself. It talks about taking action on your own behalf as it pertains to your career. And for others, if you work with people, this can be talking about advocating for those that need to be advocated for, because it does feel like this is a very family sort of career vibe that I'm getting here. Now for pile 2, the things that you all are really being guided to work on right now that maybe are underperforming, quote unquote, from a feedback perspective, I do feel that there is a lack of confidence that you guys are dealing with, and that makes a lot of sense with that Magician in the mirror in reverse. This is solar plexus, so you all might need to work with some Mookite or some other stones that are really good for balancing out the solar plexus, but this talks about shine. You're made of stardust, so keep sparkling. I feel that for a lot of you, this is about having that blocked magic again. So this is going to be a really important time for you all to work on rebuilding your confidence, no matter what hiccup that you've run into with your career, no matter what it is that didn't work out. You guys want to make sure that we start to tap back into the things that you know are really great about yourself and allow yourself to shine again. There's a lot of overthinking here with the Sorrow card. There's a lot of rumination. There's a lot of thinking about this thing that happened or thinking about what's going on in your career and maybe even allowing it to keep you up at night. If it's not that extreme where like you're up at night and there's all this emotion, then for some of you, this could just be talking about, it's always on your mind. Like there's never a day going by or a time going by where you're not thinking about what's going on with your work. So those are things that are kind of blocking you from being able to shine in the way that you want to shine, or being able to put yourself out there in a really, really confident position to fully advocate for the things that you want. We also have the Priest. So the shadow energy of the Priest, this talks about violates the trust of your spiritual community, seduced by your own spiritual role. There's something that I'm picking up on around trust here for you. And I feel like this is why things are feeling really emotional right now. I feel there could be an issue for you guys with your workplace around trusting the people who are around you, trusting the people within your community. Some of you might actually be spiritual or in the church or something like that, and that's why the Priest is coming out. That's going to be for some of you. But I definitely think that the issue that I'm seeing here is the issue of trust. And whatever trust has been broken or whatever issue has happened that's caused this lack of confidence in you, this overthinking everything is making things like way worse than they have to be. It's preventing you from shining in the way that you want to shine, or preventing you from standing out in the way that you should be standing out. So I want to just pull a few more cards for you, pile 2, so we can get some insight into maybe where your career is headed as the energy stands right now, especially if you're able to take the advice and work on your solar plexus and stop overthinking things. Let's go ahead and see what's coming through for you guys. So we have the High Priestess, more of that intuitive guidance. This is the Two of Swords. And we have the Five of Cups. Bottom deck energy, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's a lot of potential for you all to move forward from this. And coming into the near future, I do see that you are still kind of moving through a phase of processing through whatever has happened here with your career. And that's okay. You know, with those full moons, sometimes it takes a minute to get through that energy. It can be very emotional, especially with you guys having the full moon in Cancer. But I feel like coming up here in the near future, you all are still going to be really doing a great job of tapping into your intuition. You have the High Priestess here, so you're going to continue to be in this space of allowing your inner gut, your inner knowing, to pull you and guide you in the directions that you need to go. And I also feel like this is about you all continuing to take a more kind of reserved approach to things, where you're more observing your surroundings, paying close attention to what's going on, but not necessarily putting yourself super out there. I do see you standing out, but standing out for your discernment and standing out for your more reserved energy that you're putting into the workplace, or your spiritual energy that you're putting forth. And with the Two of Swords and the Five of Cups, I think the reason that you're in this place in the near future with the High Priestess is just like leaning back and observing. There's still like a decision that you're needing to make, and there's still like kind of this feeling of being a little stuck, or this feeling of not being ready to totally move forward or deal with the situation. And it has to do with whatever went down here in the past. So I think you all are still working through some of these tougher energies coming into the near future. And it's interesting too, because like with this Five of Cups, it's like her head is in this box. It's like she's not even like totally seeing what's going on around her. And so I think for you guys, like the biggest advice that I can give based off of the energies that I'm seeing in your reading is that you all need to work on forgiving whatever like went down here in the past, and try to focus more on the positive aspects of your career. You don't want to be stuck in the past. You don't want to be stuck, period, because of whatever went down here. You want to try to look at the bright side. It doesn't mean that we just like smooth things over and look at it through like toxic rose-colored glasses, right? Because whatever happened, you have a right to feel how you feel. But you guys need to make sure that you're looking at the cups you still have and focusing on glass half full versus glass half empty. And I feel like this is going to help you to feel a little bit more empowered and feel a little bit less worried about what the loss was or what the elephant in the room might be. So I hope that this was able to help shed some light on your situation, group 2. I would love to hear your feedback down below. How did this resonate with you? What's going on with your work right now? I'm very curious. So drop me a comment and let me know. Thank you for taking the time to view today's reading. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hello there, pile number 3. If you guys selected the Black Tarot in this Smoky Quartz cluster, this is going to be a reading about what career advice or career feedback you guys need to know right now. So we are going to be shuffling those tarot cards on camera very soon, but I'm going to start off here by tapping into the overall energies that are influencing your career at this time. And I did go ahead and pre-shuffle some oracle cards for us for that, just in the interest of time. So let's see either like what career goals are coming through for you, or what the energy is that Spirit wants to show us around your career right now. So for pile 3, we have the North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. Love it. We have Divine Matrix. Ooh. And we have the Goddess of the Moon in reverse. Okay. So for my pile number 3s, let me just kind of tap into this energy for a moment. So with the North Node being in the heart of the spread here, I feel like this is very much about you guys being on the path toward your life purpose. I feel like this group is really wanting their work, what they do to make money, what they do for their career, to be their life's purpose. And either that or you all might be searching for your life purpose through career. It's one or the other. But this is definitely a time period or a goal, a time period where you're going through this energy of trying to explore what your life purpose in career is, or your true purpose in career is, or you're trying to achieve that goal of sliding into the career that is your purpose, if that makes sense. So I feel that you guys are really trying to do different things that are sort of subtly or slightly getting you out of your comfort zone, because the South Node is more about what's comfortable for us. The North Node talks about things that are new, right? The North Node is what drives us toward that life's purpose, and the path to getting there is not always as comfortable as it could be, right? And with the divine matrix coming up here, it's interesting we also have the 44. The 4 talks about building foundations, stability. I feel like there may be a lot of synchronicities and signs that you all are being presented with right now as it pertains to what your purpose is. And I feel like there is some awareness that you guys do have that, like, you know that you're supposed to be doing something. Maybe you just don't know exactly what the purpose is. And I feel like there is some awareness of like spirituality behind this career reading right now. Like, you guys know that like everything is connected. Everything happens for a reason. There are signs and synchronicities that are there to show you what path you need to go on. But with the goddess of the moon being reversed, I feel like you guys might be struggling to totally see the signs. I feel like you guys might be struggling to totally see the path that's trying to be illuminated for you. And it's almost like you're wondering, like, what do these synchronicities that I'm seeing mean? Like, when is all of this going to come together? You know, there's like this feeling with that goddess of the moon being reversed that like your intuition is not connecting, like you're not able to connect the dots. Like this is about sort of like living in the dark in a way. Maybe you guys are just a little bit worried about your career. You're worried about where it's headed. Maybe you don't feel like you're totally in control with it. Or maybe you're just worried that like, maybe you're seeing these signs and synchronicities, but it's like not connecting for you about how it relates to your path. Maybe you guys see repeating numbers a lot. Maybe you see spirits or spirit animals a lot. You have these little signs that are being presented to you about your purpose, but it's like, what does it all mean? How does it tie together? So I want to set these aside for a moment, and we're going to now look at your feedback, pros and cons. So we're going to see, as it pertains to the situation that we just talked about, what are you guys doing well and what needs work? So the positives are the artist, and we have destiny, the third eye. Things to improve, we have the prostitute, and out of chaos comes creation. It's all the chakras. So I'm gonna shuffle these cards so that I can get a little bit more insight here for you, group number 3. So first I wanna ask for clarification on the positives. So what are the things that pile 3 is doing well as it pertains to their career goals and the energy that we were just presented with? Okay. I'm gonna try that again. Okay, so we have the 2 of Cups, and let's see what you need to work on. Let's get some clarity on this prostitute energy. I'm already getting hit with so many messages. the Strength card. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Wands. There's definitely a feeling of exhaustion here that you all might be dealing with. So what does this mean, you guys? So I like to start with the positives first. So first and foremost, there's certainly an awareness here with the third eye chakra that you all are being guided right now to be doing something bigger than what you're doing. So you might be in a job, you might be looking for a transition or whatever it is, but there's certainly this spiritual awareness that like whatever work you're doing, like there is a destiny that you're sent here to fulfill. There is a deeper purpose that you all are intended to fulfill as it pertains to your work life. With the artist, I feel like you guys are very creative. Like there's something creative that you are supposed to be doing for work, or you're putting a lot of creativity into your work right now. This talks about expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. So I feel like being an artist of some form is probably a part of your purpose, and you all may have an awareness to this. And artist doesn't necessarily mean you have to paint, okay? Like it could mean that, but it could just mean that you all are really needing to do something creative as it pertains to your work. Or I love how it talks about inspiring others to see life symbolically. So this could be about, you know, maybe some of you are spiritual or healers or card readers, things of that nature as well. So with the Two of Cups, I feel this is talking about you guys are doing a good job right now of connecting with people. So if you take clients, if you are building a clientele, I feel like you're doing a good job of attracting the type of client or partner, maybe business partner or colleague, coworker that you want, okay? Because when we're working for ourselves and we're doing creative work, there is, you know, a type of client that we're typically wanting to attract in. And with the Two of Cups, I feel like you all are starting to feel like you're attracting that in. I'm also being drawn here to the masculine and feminine signs here. We have the male and female symbol being highlighted here. And so this to me is talking about yin and yang, the masculine energy and the feminine energy. And I feel like you all have those energies in balance, in unison right now. You're doing a good job of putting forth effort and energy toward your goals, but then also being in receptive mode and allowing things to work for you, allowing things to come to you. So it's not a lot of this like offensive energy. And when I say offensive, I mean like offense, like sports, where like you're going out there and getting after it. It's balanced. It's like you know when to put forth that masculine energy, but then you also know how to lean back and allow things to come to you. Now, let's talk a little bit about what you all need to work on right now. So we've got the Strength card, we've got the Prostitute, we also have the Chakra balance, the cycles. Out of chaos comes creation. So starting off here, the shadow attribute places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. So this is like an energy of doing whatever it takes to get money, doing whatever it takes to feel safe and secure, or have the material aspect of things in place. And that is sometimes coming at the expense of the work that we're doing or our values. So I would take some time, you guys, to kind of reflect on what you're doing, your business model, how you're putting yourself out there, what types of, you know, what is your idea of comfort? What is your idea of the money that you should be getting paid? Because I feel like this might be blocking you from feeling truly free and feeling truly like you're living in alignment with your purpose. Remember, we had the goddess of the moon in reverse, intuition blocked. So you guys know with the third eye here that you are destined to be doing something, but I'm feeling like there could be an issue with you all like blocking it from coming to fruition because you're more concerned about the material aspects of your life versus the purpose behind the actual work you're doing. And I get it, it's hard. And maybe for some of you guys, you are used to having things feel really comfortable for you. If you've worked in jobs over the years where you've had your financial flow and you've had all the money you needed and then some, and now you're trying to transition into something that maybe aligns more with your purpose, but it's not necessarily going to pay you the same amount of money, that can be really hard to let go of. You know what I mean? Because as humans, we want to feel comfortable. So this might just be an area for you all to check into. I think that you, with the chakra balance here, you guys could benefit from just kind of clearing your energy using sage, or not sage, but just any sort of cleansing herb, or even like a chakra balancing meditation, just to help you tap into your intuition a little bit better, so you're better able to receive the messages that Spirit is trying to send to you. I have one saved in my favorites on my playlist. I think I have a favorite meditations playlist that you guys can check out that has one for all the chakras. But with the Strength card, it's interesting because we have the Prostitute and we have the Strength card, which looks very like sensual. And so as I'm intuitively reading this, again, I'm thinking about, are you guys putting yourselves out there in a way that's truly in alignment with your values? Or are you putting yourselves out there in a way that is just simply to get money and to get the financial aspect of things? So just a few things for you guys to consider and really think about here. Strength can also talk too about like either holding ourselves back from being truly authentic to who we are, like kind of taming the wild side of ourselves. But it can also talk about like the wild side coming out too much, if that makes sense. So one of those messages might resonate for somebody out there as well. So to close out your reading, pile number 3, I want to just pull a few more cards just to kind of see where your career is headed coming into the near future here. What energies are you working with, especially if you're able to work on healing some of these deltas, pluses and deltas, right? The things that you need to work on. If you're able to work through those things, I want to see what energies you're working with are coming into fruition for your career here in the near future. So let's go ahead and see. So for pile 3, what's coming in for career, coming into the near future here that they should be aware of? So we have the 2 of Swords, 3 of Wands, Temperance. Beautiful. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups. Family, emotional fulfillment, all the beautiful energy you could ever want. But I definitely think that you guys are coming up on a period of divine timing and patience, with Temperance being the major arcana card that's coming out here. With the 2 of Swords and the 3 of Wands, I feel like if you're able to sort of balance out some of these energies that we talked about that need work or attention, I do feel that things are going to start to come into flow for you in divine timing as it pertains to your career, your life purpose. I see you guys just like gently integrating your purpose and your work more and more into whatever your 3D or material life is, and doing a lot of planning and looking toward the future before making any decisions about anything drastic just yet. So it looks really positive for you, pile number 3. I would love to hear your feedback in the comments below. What are you guys doing for work? How do the messages resonate? Definitely let me know. I'm super curious to hear. And thank you for picking this deck, because I feel like I never use this deck and it's so beautiful. And so I feel like whoever picked this has something really special going on. I don't know why, I'm just getting that vibe. I think especially because, not only because of the deck, but you guys also chose the life purpose card, the North Node. So you guys have like a really bright future ahead of you. I think there's just a few little kinks that you're working out right now. So pile 3, I will catch you in the next reading. Thank you so much for viewing, and I'll see you later. Bye.